Hi guys, I'm back with another ranked match with Joseph. We are on Lakeside Village. We have lovely Ezreal skin, and the team consists of Painter, Matador, Lanternist, and Mechanic. So as you can see in my spawn point, I picked this one, and I see the trail, so I do take that picture. Of course, this is sometimes risky, as I mentioned, because I usually just want to make sure to actually see the survivors, but thankfully I did notice the Painter here, so I do have my first kill unlocked, which is basically the most important in your first photo word, not chasing the painter who came through the photo mirror word thingy. That's something I guess a lot of people make as a mistake. If they see a real survivor enter photo word, they just kind of lose focus on finding mirrors and they immediately go after the survivor. And just believe me, this painter just popped up in my way, and if he didn't, I would not have wasted a single moment on him. Of course, it can be bothersome because he causes tinnitus, but when you're in the mirror, especially first photo word, always just try to find the mirrors of survivors, because it's just that's the only purpose of your kind of like first photo word itself. So as you can see, the first section of the match didn't really work out that well, but thankfully, as you can see, the decoding wasn't that good either. They couldn't really get a single cipher done, as a lot of other teams do these days, and neither of them were even close to half. I did blink the first hit because why not? Yeah, right? Like, why not? I usually like to use the first blink kind of earlier on, because I know the cooldown or the countdown would at least start sooner. Because like a lot of people, I believe, they just keep the blink and waiting for like the perfect moment to use it, but then they end up using the blink one time in their whole match. So yeah, I just prefer to use it like maybe twice or three times, and if it means using it on first hit, then why not? Of course, this is just kind of a bold move, but yeah, just do as you please, do as you believe it's okay. So you could see I chaired the Matador, and I knew Painter was like basically a one hit, but of course the mechanic or anyone would have come to save regardless. I always try to go for a Terra Shock early game. In later game, I'm less likely to, but here I just try to just wait it out and go for Terra Shock. And well, look who succeeded. So yeah, I really like just giving out these early terror shocks, especially the cherries going towards half. I know they are pressured, the survivors pressure to go for that save and to save before half, and especially they're not a rescuer character. That means most times they aren't really used to saving. They aren't really, of course every survivor can save in this tier, but I'm saying it's more pressure for them. So usually I do like bait the painter out, but for some reason in this situation I just couldn't. Here obviously I could have followed them back to the mechanic to guard the chair better, but as Matador was over half of the chair time, I decided to just rather chair his own mirror, because as I always say, securing your first kill is always really important. You could see it pop up, the Nose Rover Street popped up, so I knew they were gonna be nearby. I don't really understand when survivors do this at 4 ciphers, basically guarding that survivor. I mean, obviously they aren't, like the safe survivor aren't, like it's not gonna fix the match. So I would rather have a full head survivor than trying to prolong me, like trying to prevent me from like cheering that survivor and eliminating them. So here the lanternist was doing this thing. I'm still not sure how this works. Sometimes I can just hit one of her like little left behind mirror images and she goes down, but sometimes the sword just goes through it. So I'm not sure if it's a ping related issue or whatever, but regardless. So yeah, I notice in my matches I try to make it more chaotic for the team. I try to kind of like give them tasks instead of letting them pick their tasks. So I make sure someone has to heal, someone has to cross the map to save, if it's like the only healthy survivor. Here you could see I just went for the painter without waiting for his little painting to pop up, and as you can see I checked if I had tinnitus, and when I saw I didn't, I picked up the painter and went with the nearest chair, so his chair time would be on. When I saw the mechanic heal, I knew she used her doll probably to heal. I'm here checking the ciphers because I knew that if she used the doll, then she has to come from the direction that the cipher was popped at, because the doll is obviously decoding the cipher. So the mechanic has to, after being healed, she has to like be around that area. But she didn't come for the first rescue. I was trying to check if she would come for the painter instead of the lanternist, and then yeah, she just popped up. And as painter doesn't really have a secure chair time, I still just try to, down her right after photo booth ended, because she didn't heal her mirror image. So yeah, these stressful situations sometimes can confuse survivors, and these all work in your favor basically. So yeah, just try to stay calm and try to just pay attention to the match. And yeah, basically that's the best advice I think I can give you. So yeah, drop a comment if you have any questions or you would like to see some videos on a specific topic, and see you in the next one. Have a fun day. Bye bye.